Okay, tubers, here's the deal. I got this little Honda, started looking into it and about it having no power, running out of power coming up the hill, and it was making a horrible racket coming out from underneath it when you would accelerate, and kind of had an idea of maybe of what was going on, and traced it out, and sure enough I pulled the muffler off the thing and then took it for a test drive, and boy, it just ran like a scalded pup and sounded pretty good too. But anyway, sure enough, this old muffler, if you can hear this, what it was doing is loading up with that stuff and plugging up the muffler, and the racket that we heard, we'll get that taken care of, by the way. There's a new muffler on there, but these things are put together with these joints are spring loaded, as you can see there. So what was happening, it sounded like a machine gun going off when you'd accelerate this thing, and all that back pressure in there, and it had to go somewhere, so this thing would go and it would escape. There's another place on the front there where that's spring loaded like that, so it had, like I said, it had to go somewhere. So when that would escape, that pressure would escape. That's what was making all that racket. And so I put this muffler on today, and took this thing for a little test drive, and it ran out great. It goes uphill, it's got plenty of power, and we're happy with that part of it. But I made another discovery. I was just kind of coasting down the hill and listening, and I could hear something that doesn't sound right, and started thinking it had maybe a dry wheel bearing. But I shook this tire here, and I thought I had made that discovery, because this tire's got some wiggle in it. I won't be able to hold the camera and do that. I'm going to invest. Matter of fact, I've already ordered it. I've ordered a tripod, a decent one. But I'm going to set this camera here. And I thought I had figured out what was going on. And then I came back out here a while ago and looked at it again. And watch this upper ball joint right here when I wiggle this tire. Let me get the camera steady. Okay. I don't know if this will show up or not, but it should, because it's wiggling the light and everything. But there's a lot of wiggle right there. You can see a lot of movement in that. So, you know, before I send it home, I want to get that taken care of. I don't suppose it's really dangerous, but it's not going to get any better. It's not going to fix itself, so might as well take care of it while I got here, and while I have this awesome lift to pick it up with. Ain't that just dandy? I tell you what a blessing. It's been really nice to be able to walk around under this thing. And anyway, I'm not sure how that comes out of there. It looks almost like it's pressed in. I don't know, maybe that's just a little cap that pops off, and there's some way to get into it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get a book on the thing, or there's bolts back up in there. Maybe that has to come, maybe that whole upper control arm has to come out of there. I don't know. I don't know anything about Hondas, but I can get a book on it and research it, I guess, unless somebody watching this knows exactly how that ball joint comes out of there. But one way or another, we'll get it figured out. So yeah, I just can't say enough about this lift and how, I mean, I had that exhaust out there in about 5 minutes. It was just so nice to not have to crawl under this car and get out and get something and crawl back under it. And plus the time takes to jack this thing up and in the front, and then go to the back and jack it up, and then come back to the front and block it up and get it up and keep trying to get it up with that floor jack. That's what I've been doing for years here, for 17 years to be exact on this place, plus all the years before that, playing around in the dirt and the mud or concrete floor or whatever. And a creeper's nice, but boy, it ain't nice as walking underneath this thing and taking your toolbox with you. And I don't have it up that high right now because I'm working on this wheel, but I can have it anywhere I need it, and that's where I need it. So it's an awesome thing. And we have a hood latch here. It's Built a little bracket to hold this, or hood latch I said, I mean a prop. It didn't have one, it was missing, so I went down and got one from a Subaru. I built this little bracket to hold this end of it. And that fits in there, and I drill a little hole up there, and that fits in there, and I made another little bracket over here to slide it into. It holds it in place when you got the hood shut. And so that's that story. And I guess I'll let you know how that comes out with that ball joint. See you later. Okay, bye.